I'm a superhero.
There's a lot of action, explosions, fights.
We had to do a lot of really fun and challenging things like running at 6 a.m.
A lot of running.
Ready.
There was so much running.
Action.
I'm actually Spiderwoman. This is the coolest thing I'll ever do in my entire life.
Before we started filming, SJ was like, I think you should put on some more muscle because you're a paramedic.
Action.
You're lifting things and people. So I did train so that I had endurance and stamina.
There was a lot of training.
We had them in as much as we could. Each one of the team put in quite a bit of work.
We had about 2 months of training.
It was like in our bones by the time we shot it.
We really just had to train on how to move like spiders, and we had to train on these harnesses.
This is so awkward.
And getting our flips down and our kicks down.
We did a lot of wire work. We did a lot of stuff in harnesses where we were having to like flip around up in the air or like jump long distances.
Who are you?
There's this one spin I do at the end. That was really fun because I did all this dance training when I was younger and never got to use it. Finally, I'm out here pirouetting.
When we first introduced Julia as Spider-Woman, I wanted her to drop into frame like one of the iconic comic book drawings, upside down, and then she spun. So I worked a lot of times on the wires, learning how to move more physically like an aerialist would.
We had them all come in and train together with their stunt doubles multiple times a week for hours.
I have a lot of photos and it's really funny of me just hanging upside down and just waiting for action. And I'm like, oh my God, my close-up, I'm gonna look so ridiculous because the blood's gonna be all in my head.
3, 2, 1, go.
The big fight.
Action.
It's kind of a Bruce Lee style and jumping on the wall and fighting and dodging webs and attacks and all. That was cool.
How you doing back there?
You know, last time I was in a vehicle driven like this, I was being shot at.
Cassie's driving skills are, I don't know if you would call them skills. I think actually Cassie is more of a stunt driver than an actual driver.
We do everything with second unit and kind of understand the path and shoot a bunch of array plates and give her a blueprint to be able to be successful in what she's doing.
We'll be there before the song is over.
Our second stunt coordinator, Jeremy Fry, took Dakota out to a driving school in Los Angeles and let her slide cars around.
Get ready. I really love driving and I pick it up really fast. So I learned how to do a bunch of tricks. I can do some high-speed 180s.
You're showing off.
Not yet.
Dakota's done quite a bit of driving. Obviously, there's some sections in there you'll see in the film that probably weren't her, but she has done quite a bit of driving.
Next film, I'll be Tom Cruising myself all over.
This will be our crash. Immediately afterwards, give the set over to stunts and special effects.
One of the most fun things I get to do in my job is build beautiful things and destroy them.
We crashed a real car through the diner and shot it in multiple passes and multiple cameras.
One of the very last scenes was somebody just driving that taxi into the front door of the diner.
I wasn't allowed to do that stunt. Can't imagine why.
And then we'll CG in the Ezekiel character so that when he's hit, he's flying across everything.
We were actually there watching it happen. It was scary.
Look at it.
You know, they can explain it as much as they want, but when it actually happens, it's so much more dramatic than they explained it to be.
Watching that was absolutely thrilling.
3, 2, 1, action.
The final scene of the film takes place on the rooftop.
You don't really want to shoot an action picture 4 stories up, so we created our own elevation and safety that way.
So it is a precarious set. There's lots of different surfaces and heights.
Really tricky set, cantilevered catwalk, sloping, crazy, expressionistic I-beams. All of it has to be made safe.
Visually, the most intense as far as like color, as far as like brightness of light and those things sort of interacting together.
Action.
The building is the home of thousands and thousands of fireworks, so there's boxes of fireworks exploding everywhere.
Dakota's really good at doing like heroic poses. So you have that kind of performance on top of fireworks and the lighting and all the explosions. You know, a lot of it does happen in post, but it starts with a great foundation of everyone doing a good job on the set.
Being in the harnesses and being up high and spinning and jumping from heights, and so I think that stuff naturally was so fun for all of us.
Drop.
was so much fun.
I was in the best shape I ever been in.
It was so exciting to learn how to move like a spider.
Our relationship developed naturally through us like being on set together.
I love them.
We just had a really cool like physical bonding experience every morning working out together.
It really felt like summer camp.